You are watching This Century on SurfingTheCrowd.com.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do in the band.
Okay, I'm Ryan. I play drums.
I'm Alex, and I play bass.
I'm Joel, and I sing.
And I'm Sean, and I play guitar.
And what's the name of the band?
This Century.
So how did you guys become a band?
How we became a band. Sean and I had a band previous, and we disbanded. And we wanted to start a new band. And Alex.
I met Joel in high school.
Yeah, and he's Sean's brother, and he's also a really good bass player. So we asked him to play, and then we asked him to play, and that's pretty much how that happened.
In 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds.
It was a 30-second process.
What are your musical influences?
It's across the board. I mean, we have like our bands that we always stick to. The Killers, Coldplay, Radiohead, The Strokes.
We dabble.
Jimmy World.
Yeah. Jimmy World.
Phoenix. I don't know. A lot of alternative rock bands, I guess.
Yeah.
With that'll be the
And
category.
British
And British pop rock. Yeah.
What's the one thing you want to accomplish as a band that you haven't already accomplished?
There's a lot of
We're about to release our album.
That's a
And
good
that's-
We'd like
one of our
to be the
big
first band
accomplishments.
that plays a live show while zip flying.
We're gonna do a freebase jump video while playing full band in time. Now, one of our accomplishments that we wanted to get out of the way was the album, and we're releasing that on April 19th. We're finally gonna have that out, and that's been a long time waiting. So
Yeah, we've only put out EPs up till then,
yeah,
but
so our first full length is coming out very soon. So we're stoked on that. And then other than that, I mean, we want to tour in Europe and be successful there, and we're starting to have things pick up in the U.S. So we're very stoked for that.
What's the name of the album?
The name of the album is going to be Sound of Fire.
Nice. Are you guys gonna do a tour right after the album release?
Yes, we are actually.
We're going out in May with a band called Go Radio. and
Sparks the Rescue.
Sparks the Rescue and Select Start.
Select Start, yeah.
Select Start.
We're stoked for it.
And yeah, that's going to be in May, and then we have plans to tour in the summer.
We'll be out for the
and
rest of the
fall.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll be keeping busy from all the records that are just coming out. So.
And you're coming back here, right?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
specifically
this room.
We'll be coming back. We're playing a show in this room right here. We're going to set up, we're going to pack it with 10 people, and it's going to be great. Now, we'll be back through Oregon again. If not Eugene, which tonight was awesome, Portland. Somewhere close enough, hopefully.
So you just got done playing at a bowling alley. Was that your first bowling alley show?
And we bowled. It's the first time we've
not our
bowled.
first bowling alley.
First time we bowled right before playing.
That is a first for that. But actually, our first tour, we played with a band from Indiana called Asteria. Awesome guys, and I think they're still around actually. But we played a bowling alley in New Jersey, and it's kind of a similar situation, like kind of thrown together and promoted locally, and
It was cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It was fun. We didn't get to bowl that time though. We
Yeah.
did get some free food, I think, like food tickets, but that was a big deal. So,
Yeah.
so now, so this was great though. I don't know.
Yeah. It's our first bowling playing combo. Two big events in one day.
What did you guys think? I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump on you, but what did you guys think about your crowd surfing friend out there?
Yeah, I was a little scared for him just because it was a condensed area and it was like a condensed area, like condensed amount of people and then a lot of room to fall.
and they were younger
So-
younger girls holding up one guy.
That, like
Which
the guy,
doesn't
yeah.
make it any better.
Can you
We've
imagine?
seen some horror stories. We've heard some. We
To
haven't
I've
answer
seen some
who
bad
won
ones.
in the bowling tournament,
No,
we actually had money on it. He came up second place.
I gave a great
He's
effort.
solid, but
I gave a
our
great
tour
effort.
manager won.
Yeah.
He
It's like a 170.
He finished with like a turkey.
Yeah.
That's turkey. That's the bowling.
Well, we know
tournament.
who had the best form out there.
Yeah, by
This
far.
guy. If he threw a ball at someone,
Sheer
he could throw a ball at the Hulk and the Hulk would go down.
Yeah, that's very true.
They should have put you in the movie.
Okay, I have a question. One of my friends is going to go to Arizona in August, and she was wondering if you guys have any home shows planned.
We actually have one show planned. We'll probably announce it in the next week or so. But nothing in that period of time that we know for sure right now.
When is your friend doing?
I'm not sure. I'll ask her.
Probably be. For some reason
It's very soon. So if she's coming after summer,
Yeah.
we'll have a couple more shows.
there'll be an
for this
Arizona
year.
show thrown in somewhere. in the
At a bowling alley.
At a bowling alley in Arizona. We'll just play
Probably at
bowling
the
alleys.
venue of Scottsdale or Martini Ranch or one of those
It
venues.
was lovely.
Are you guys doing Warped Tour or anything like that? Maybe,
I
possibly.
don't
Not
know
sure
for
yet.
sure.
Been talking to Kevin.
Regardless, we'll be out this summer, but it's a possibility, but we don't know for sure yet. So.
We kind of got in the game late because our record got a little pushed back, and so what would have been perfect timing for Warped Tour kind of got a little mixed up. But we might still there's maybe
We
even
might
jump
be
on
on there.
half
We'll
of
see.
it or something.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The last half.
Yeah,
So what is the new album about? What is kind of the
the
feel?
concept.
It's a little bit about bowling, a little bit about if we're gonna play in Arizona. Here.
Well, I think overall, like, the big part about the record that's important to us is it's the first time as a band that we've been able to collaborate as 4 members. Because a lot of it had been, not to say that we've never collaborated together, but in a really, I don't know, in a band sort of way, and like where everybody's contributing 100%.
Just everybody being able to be in the room at the same time
At the same
instead of
time
like
and
2
see the
people
songs
here,
grow.
1 person there, whatever.
And I mean, I don't know how, I don't want to speak on behalf of everyone, but for me, Sound of Fire is kind of about your passion, your Sound of Fire is like, for us, this is our passion, this is what we love to do, and for us, the record is kind of a culmination of that passion for music over the last 4 years that we've been a band, so it seemed fitting that would be kind of the story behind the record, and it's kind of an underdog-y kind of record, I guess, so.
Kind of coming from a very, very humble beginning and making
Yeah.
something of it. So.
That's
Nice.
So the 15th through the 21st is when she's gonna be there.
Of
Oh.
what month?
What month?
August.
Oh, that's
Friday.
kind of hard to say at this point.
Yeah.
That's very, very distant.
I said that in the first.
Too far to say now, but
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You got photographic memories.
We'd love to play for her, but if she's not in Arizona, she might happen to be in the state we're playing. So, yeah.
If you all were stranded on a deserted island and you had to eat one of the band, who would go first?
I know for
Who
a
would
fact
go
that I'm gonna
first?
survive the longest on this island.
Yeah, that's
For
for
sure.
sure. But who would I go
I
first?
have the survival.
I have
I'm
a
definitely
feeling-
not eating Joel.
I have a
first.
feeling I'm not gonna get eaten first because I don't have
Joel and Alex are safe. I think it's gonna be between.
However,
them.
I'm the
One
easiest
of
to
these
eat.
guys aren't gonna make it because they can't eat a lot. So like, if you are gonna starve, they're gonna be able to starve easier than Sean and myself. We will fight for food. So Sean and I
I'll
live.
fight.
And then if it's Sean and me left, I mean, I've got like 2 feet on me. In the end, I think I might make it.
Any other
Oh.
contributors?
Okay, well, I have a bunch of friends that live in Hawaii, and they want you guys to come.
I want to go to
I met
Hawaii.
a bunch of people
Give us
from the
some
main
tickets.
chat room all over the U.S. and so they want, and all over the world, and they want you guys to go to Hawaii
Well, I
I
mean,
very much
and
want
to
to.
Yeah.
take me with you.
When they invite us, and it makes sense for us to actually be able to get there
Mhm.
and play, we'll be there.
Okay, and you'll take me with you.
Of course, but
Okay.
you have to get us the invitation. I will take it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she's good with heavy lifting.
No, I'm not.
What's the weirdest thing that has ever happened on tour?
weirdest thing that's ever happened on tour.
Besides bowling.
We played a
We played
a
every-
house show in Texas. It was, I don't know if it's the weirdest, but it was the creepiest show we've ever played. Or you remember that creepy show in Texas with the dead birds in the chimney?
Well, that wasn't a house show. That was what happened.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
on
that
our first
wasn't a house
tour.
show.
We a lot of the nights we would literally say, "Hey, come,
Can we stay at your house?
We were on our very first tour. We were so broke and so like self-funded that we had no other choice but to like network through a crowd to figure out like, do we have a place to stay? And we had people offer. And this one occasion, we went out to like the boonies, like the middle of nowhere, and it turned out to be like what used to be our train depot. So it's just like this
Scary.
random train depot in the middle of nowhere. And we stay there and they're like, well, our house is haunted. And we're already there. And we're like, oh, great. And they take us up like this spiral staircase. And she's like, yeah, I see this kid up here all the time. We're like, oh, no. And she's like, and there's like bats in the chimney or like something like that. And they're like dead something.
And all of a sudden,
Ghosts
yeah.
or something. And then I think it was Sean and I that had to sleep in
Yeah,
this
you guys
room.
stayed in the room.
Yeah.
And we heard it, and then I think what it actually was like baby birds
That were,
had
like,
just been
hot.
hatched.
But it literally
Like with
sounded
the
like death.
residents
Like, it
in
was
this
the
chimney,
scariest thing
it
ever.
sounded like someone was gonna come and slit our throat.
Yeah.
It was really scary.
That was one of many of stories. That entire tour was a one giant story.
You guys are lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
We made it
Yeah.
somehow. We made it.